turn 1. If it costs me the match, then so be it, but I want to try this and see if it works. I might be saying this too, and like I think Ursaluna's just so powerful, it might just one-shot me anyways, even with like a neutral hit here. Okay, there's a Tailwind. So he probably outspeeds Toxricity under Tailwind, because I can't go for Electro Web. He goes after Electrode, he gets the crit, I don't know if that mattered. If he's Life Orb, I don't know if it mattered. I don't know if that mattered. Electrode's pretty frail. Let's see how much this does. It one-shots Ursaluna, and he's Sash Murkrow of all things. If he wasn't Sash, he would have got one-shotted. That's crazy. That is crazy. It's one-shot the Ursaluna turn 1. What is up, everybody? Back with some more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Regulation H VGC. Toxricity is actually in a format now to where I think it actually could have some really good potential. There's not many really good electric types in the Regulation H format, as you guys can probably see. Probably the best electric types there really are actually not even electric types. They're usually Pokemon like Porygon Z and even like Porygon 2 and a few other things that actually just go like Electric Terra with like Terra Blast or Thunderbolt and that type of thing. And even like Arclodon is probably a better electric type than most electric types in the format, just because of Electro Shot being such a busted move and having way better typing and being way better in the rain than a lot of other things. So Toxricity is a really cool mod. It's actually a really cool team around us. Specs, Toxricity, and a bunch of other really cool stuff I kind of want to feature for you guys. Been looking for a pretty good, really cool like Toxricity team to feature. It's one of those mods I've been looking for a team to really feature around. I actually tried building around it myself. If you guys watch my past, like my most recent team, I actually ended up using Toxricity on that team, or at least in the early stage, I ended up having Toxricity on the team, and then I kind of ended up getting rid of it later on in like the team building stages for a little bit more consistent stuff. It just overall didn't fit with the team well enough, but it's something I tested on one of my teams, and it did have a lot of potential, but it just wasn't on the right team, at least in my opinion. So. And then that team ended up turning out the way it was. So if you guys missed that, my most recent team, I'll leave links at the end of the video with Charge Bug, Zoroark, Noivern, and a bunch of other really cool stuff on it. So Sylveon. Team by Hot Mom. Is this team actually made by a hot mom? You'd have to ask them, but that'd be really cool if it actually was. Funny enough. Rental code up in the corner. Paste, I don't think this team actually has a paste, but I'll double check if there actually is one before I upload this video for you guys. At least when we're recording this, there is no paste for this team, only an in-game rental code. So if you guys want to use this team in-game, rental code up in the corner. I'm going to run through this team real quick, we're going to hop some games. So, at least when you guys are seeing this video as well, my Nintendo Switch Online is actually going to be running out here in about 2 days. So, if you guys are seeing this video, if you guys want to help me out with Nintendo Switch Online payments, because I'm going to be real with you guys, I actually do not have any money for that currently, so we're going to see how long I can actually record videos for you guys, or at least record enough videos to where I can actually renew my online subscription. So if you guys do want to throw me a few dollars, there's a super chat thing down below if you guys want to become a channel member or whatever, or just keep on watching the videos. That also helps really well with the channel support. So let's hop into this team. Got the star of this team, the Specs Toxricity with the Terra Normal Boom Burst. I'm going to be real with you guys, I don't know why there's Gunk Shot on this moveset. I think the main thing that they said is that you're going to be clicking either Overdrive, Sludge Bomb, or Boom Burst anyways every single time. So they just threw it on there for as like a last filler type move to maybe catch somebody off guard. If it's there for that reason, I don't know. I guess it makes sense. You're not going to really be choosing much else apart from like normal or like your other two stabs, I guess. So you actually have this thing paired alongside the Soundproof Electrode. So if you guys know what Soundproof does, it pretty much blocks your sound-based moves. Boom Burst and Overdrive are actually both sound-based moves, so it actually ends up getting blocked. So it's kind of like a pretty much like a telepathy or like a free wide guard in ability form, so you don't take any damage from the Toxricity. You also got the Protect there, the Helping Hand. It boosts its damage even more. And then you got the really fast Electro Web there to slow down everything on the opposing team. So, kind of cool. I kind of seen that on Steam, and I think that was really unique. So, I haven't seen Electrode really used like that, and it kind of really cool. So you also have the Gardevoir on this team with the telepathy, which is another thing you can actually pair alongside Toxricity. You can run it under Trick Room if you're going against a really fast team, and you can also have the Trick Room Imprison there to kind of shut those opposing Trick Room teams down. So that's kind of cool. More of a supportive Gardevoir is kind of do some damage, but just kind of support the Toxricity and kind of shut down the Trick Room stuff. Got the Clover Cloak, Gale Wings, Talonflame, mainly just there to set up Tailwind and burn some stuff before it goes down. It's kind of what it really does. Scarf Basculegion just come in late game, do a shit ton of damage as more of like a late game cleaner for this team. And then you got the Wide Lens Serena. More of an offensive Serena. I'm not sure if this is a speedy one or if it's a bulky variant. I'm assuming it has some speed if it's running under Tailwind. So we're going to see how that actually does. And you also have the Taunt there, which could come in clutch for a few things. So I think Taunt in this format is also something you really need to have on a lot of your teams. There's a lot of shit that just gets shut down by Taunt. Like all your Trick Room size spam stuff, a lot of it doesn't want to get taunted. Like a lot of your Amoonguss teams, like those don't want to get taunted, a lot of setup stuff. Especially if you have like a really fast, non-prankster taunt user. I think that's really good currently. So this team does stop some games. Alright, first team, and we're going against a bunch of legendaries. Oh, that's fun. Rayquaza, Hoopa Unbound, Keldeo, Regigigas, Diancie, and Enamorus. So I think the one good thing here is, though, like, he has a Regigigas that has, like, literally, like, no way to get rid of Slow Start, at least from the looks of it. Maybe he has Skill Swap on one of these mons. I know Diancie gets Skill Swap, and I think Enamorus maybe does. I'm assuming Hoopa probably does as well. But apart from that, if he doesn't have Skill Swap, it just sits there and does nothing half the game. So if he brings that, it's not that big of a deal. I think what I really want to do here is I just want to actually bring the Electrode. I think Electrode looks really good here alongside the Toxricity. I think I'm just going to run with that and see how it goes. Like Electric, he has nothing to really resist for Electric on his team. Like Electric hits everything pretty much neutral on his team, so looks really, really good here. What else do I want to bring? I think Basculegion for the Keldeo looks really nice, especially for the Regigigas and the Diancie, also really, really good late game. I don't know if I really want to bring Gardevoir here, it just doesn't really do that much. I'm going to try to bring it anyways, though. I think it can still maybe do some stuff, especially alongside the Toxricity if it comes down to having to use the Toxricity as spam. That way I don't have to worry about damage. Maybe that'll help me. If you guys are liking the videos, leave a like, subscribe, share the video. Slowly on our way to 2,000 subscribers, so appreciate you guys' support over the last few weeks. Lead with this, Keldeo, Hoopa, so this ain't too bad. I'd rather him lead with this than lead with like Rayquaza or some other crazy stuff, so I just Electro Web here. I'm gonna Electro Web. Part of me just wants to Boom Burst, but that doesn't affect Hoopa. Actually, it does. I keep always think Hoopa's a part Ghost type, but it's actually Psychic Dark. And I never really play against it that much. That's also another reason why. I think I can just Overdrive here. I really just want to Overdrive. I'm gonna Overdrive here and see how much it does. X Overdrive, one-shotting the Keldeo from that range, not bad. Shit ton of damage to Hoopa. I think I'm probably dead here though. And he just one-shots me back, so that's bad. That's my main damage dealer that's gone on turn 1. And he stole my choice specs with Magician, okay? I'm gonna go into Gardevoir here. I think Dazzling Gleam here can just easily get the KO on him though. Gigas, that's fine. Regigigas literally does nothing this match, so I'm fine with that. Unless he has Skill Swap here, but he also just stole my specs, so that ain't gonna really help him very well. I'm just gonna Electro Web here again, and I'm just gonna go for Dazzling Gleam. Terra. What Terra are you? I don't think Terra Psychic helps you here, bro. I still think the combo of an Electro Web plus a Dazzling Gleam, I think you're still dead. Yeah, you're for sure still dead. So he pretty much wasted his Terra. That's great. So I don't have to worry about like a Terra on like a possible Rayquaza or a Diancie in the back. So that's pretty cool. We're looking pretty good. Like Regigigas with slow start ain't gonna do shit here. Crush Grip. That actually does a solid amount of damage though. It would have one-shotted me if he didn't have slow start, but it's also health based, so now that I don't have as much health, it's not gonna do as much damage. Diancie in the back. So I have Basque Legion, so I think my priority here is just try to get rid of the Regigigas. That way I don't have to lock myself into Last Respects. I think that's what I kind of do here. I'm just going to Thunderbolt here. I'm going to Thunderbolt, and I'm just going to go for Dazzling Gleam here again. Worst case is he goes for a Trick Room. So I think Diancie does get Trick Room. I don't know if it really matters that much, though, because the Regigigas is just gone already, so... Even under Trick Room, I don't think he can just one-shot me. He goes for Stealth Rock. Those rocks must be really important if you're prioritizing those over winning the match. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think that's game. I don't know how he wins now. He might live a Psychic. Barely, though. I guess not. Never mind. Wrecked. Even though the Toxricity dropped, the Voltorb, or the, I was gonna say Voltorb, the Electrode held down the fort, so. Same with the Gardevoir, kind of came in and just cleaned up the match, so that's not bad. The Basque Legion didn't even need to hit the field, so I didn't even need to worry about like getting hit the Regigigas, so it didn't matter. It's one of those plays where it's really like head scratching. I don't know, maybe those Stealth Rocks did something I didn't know about. Maybe they would have won him the match if something else happened. I don't know. I don't know why you would ever go for Stealth Rocks there when that's your last Mon. Unless he expected me to have Talonflame in the back. That's the only reason I'd maybe see him doing that, so. I don't know. And I didn't have Talonflame. It didn't make sense bringing that this match. I'll see you guys in another game. Alright, we're going against a really cool team. My opponent actually has the Malamar, Victreebel, Grimmsnarl, Gyarados, Ceruledge, and Hydreigon. So I don't know if he's running like a Chlorophyll team or with like some type of Sun setup. I don't know if Grimmsnarl gets Sun. I mean, it probably does. So I don't know what I actually want to do here. Part of me just wants to go like click, just bring the Toxricity and just start clicking Overdrive or like Boom Burst. I really do. The only things that are really stopping that is like the Ceruledge and then like the stuff that just resists electric, or if it throws like a screen up, it could kind of throw a wrench into my plans. I think I'm going to save the Toxricity for the late game. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to lead Serena. I don't know if I really want to read double physical attack. I'm going to lead Serena in case he brings the Hydreigon. It ain't too bad. And I'm going to bring the Electrode lead. I'm going to bring the Toxricity in the back. And then I'm going to bring the Talonflame in the back. I think that's... Actually, I don't think... Instead of the Talonflame, I'll bring the Basque Legion here. It's a little bit better into his team. But we have something to deal with Ceruledge. I think he does bring Ceruledge here. It's pretty good into my team. If I were to guess what he brings Grimmsnarl, Ceruledge, Gyarados, and then, I don't know, the last Mon's kind of a toss-up between the last few Mons. Actually brings the Victreebel. Okay. Is this like a Chlorophyll Victreebel? Am I about to get knocked into next week here? I'm going to go for Triple Axle. I don't give a shit what anybody does. And then I'm just going to go for Electro Web. Either he's setting up Sun here, or he's going to go for a screen. Reflect. Okay, that's fine. I think even with a Reflect, you're probably dead, because your defense is just garbage. I take that back. Maybe he'll live. Maybe he'll live. That actually does a lot less than I thought it was going to. I gotta look at the EV spread on the Serena. Maybe this actually is more of a bulky Serena, not an offensive one. He has the wrong berry on his Mon. The Iapapa, I think if you're the wrong nature or something, it'll actually confuse you. He has the wrong berry on his mod. Found that one out the hard way. I just go for triple axle again. I mean, I could taunt him, but I think I'm just go for damage here. He could go Terra Fire. Could be kind of scary, but I'm just going to Electro Web here again. Like, the Grimmsnarl just doesn't do anything here. Like, it sets up screens, but, like, apart from that, what do you do? I guess Parting Shot out. But, like, I have Queenly Majesty, so, like, you can't touch me. Like, what do you do then? Screens, and then he just sits there and does nothing, so... Like, I'm fine with just letting him sit there and do nothing the entire time. Oh, triple axle does nothing now. I mean, I guess if this next one, if he doesn't go for stockpile again, I can maybe get a KO, or if he hits himself in confusion here. Okay, there's a chance I can get a KO now. I just gotta land all three. I'm gonna triple axle again. On this turn, I'm just using the Thunderbolt here for damage. My opponent fucked up big time. He put the wrong type of berry on his Mon. I see what he tried to do there. Maybe it's... I think... Doesn't Victory Bell also get Gluttony? I know it gets Chlorophyll. I don't know what his other two abilities are, though. Taking a long time. Every single turn he takes forever. It's not that serious. There's only like one or two things you can do here. Parting Shot gets blocked by the Queenly Majesty. You fucked up big time. That's why I love the Serena lead here. That's kind of why I wanted to bring it as like a lead. Because if he leads with this shit, then the Grimmsnarl doesn't do anything. Get rid of this Victory Bell. Get it off the field. Goodbye. I don't know what he was trying to do with the stockpile of Papa Berry, but I don't want to deal with that, whatever it is. Like, the Grimmsnarl now just sits here and does nothing. Like, I don't know what he does. He has double screen, Parting Shot. I'm assuming probably like Spirit Break or Sucker Punch. One of those moves. Like, I don't know what else he really does here. Or even like Dazzling Gleam, they sometimes run. I am just going to taunt here in case he wants to set up Trick Room. I'm going to taunt. I don't want to go for Electro Web because that'll give him a free speed boost if he's contrary. So I'm just going to go for Thunderbolt here. Just going to withdraw, okay. It's our last Mon. Gyarados. Hydreigon. He was gonna skill swap the contrary onto the Hydreigon so he can just spam Draco Meteor and get +2 boost. Wow, I didn't even realize that. I just shut down like a Hail Mary type play. That could have brought the game back for him, actually, if that would have succeeded. I just thought he was going to set up Trick Room or some other crazy stuff. I forgot about skill swap. That's crazy. I'm in Helping Hand here. He might go Terra Fire, predicting the... He surrenders, he just gives up. He's like, oh yeah, this guy's... I'm done. There's no way I win. I think that's a little bit of a premature surrender there because he has 2 screens up for like another 6 turns. So I think that was a little bit of a premature surrender, especially if you had like a Terra Fire or Terra Steel there on Hydreigon, so I don't know why. I think I just outplayed the guy and he was like, yeah, I give up. I got outplayed so bad. Whatever, I'll see you guys in another game. Alright, we heard another match. My opponent is the Porygon Z, Rotom, Wash, Alolan Raichu, Hisuian Arcanine, Galarian, or that's Hisuian Goodra, and Primarina. Does he have like an electric terrain setter on his team? Because I don't know. Yeah, or it's a supportive like Raichu, because I haven't seen Alolan Raichu at all. Especially with no terrain setter. Like, it's not like Regulation G where you have Miraidon. I have not seen that thing at all. I think the one good thing here is like the Toxricity ain't bad in this match. That's the only thing that's holding it back is he has the Arcanine and he has the Goodra, which resists like everything. So that's the main issues here. I gotta try to bring stuff for both of those. I'm gonna leave Toxricity here. I'm gonna bring the Electrode. I'm gonna bring Basket Legion for Arcanine. Just don't want to bring here. I mean, I need something for Goodra. I just don't know what I really want to bring for Goodra though. I guess Serena with Taunt could be decent. I think I'm gonna go Serena here. Wait, it doesn't set up like Iron Defense, Body Press, if that's what it really is. A lot of the Hisuian Goodras I've been seeing though, especially like on in-game and on Showdown, like they aren't even running Body Press, Iron Defense. They're just running like AV, or they're like running more of like a bulky attacker sets. I've even seen like Specs and Life Orb ones. Rotim? Rotim? What the fuck kind of nickname is that? Dusty the Arcanine? Okay. I can respect the Dusty, but I don't know, Rotim's... I'm gonna have to give you a 1 out of 10 for that one, bud. I think it's Overdrive here. I kind of just want to Overdrive. I'm gonna Overdrive Electro Web here. E-Speed. That's a 2-hit KO. I don't know if that's Bandit though. See how much this actually does. I'm curious to see how much damage this does. Can we get a 1-hit KO on the Rotom, please? That doesn't do enough. Shadow Ball. Is that the best he has to hit me? His Shadow Ball? I don't know why he just wouldn't click Hydro Pump. I'm just gonna Overdrive again. I'm gonna Helping Hand here. He could go for E-Speed onto the Toxricity here, which he might. I think Goodra comes in here though. That's what he switches out into. Or a Alolan Raichu. Okay, and you still ain't gonna want to take this. I live on 11, so that's not Bandit. It's not Bandit Arcanine. Nice KO here. I do over half to the Raichu on the way in. We're looking really good. The main thing here is like the Alolan Raichu outspeeds me here. That's just the main drawback. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to keep the Toxricity around. I want to keep this thing around for a little bit yet. So I'm going to go into the Serena here, predicting like a Psychic. And maybe like a Hydro Pump into the same slot, and I'm just going to go for Electro Web here. That way if I need to, I can just stack off Serena or like the Electro and just drop. And I can go right out into the Toxricity again, just start clicking moves when everything has its speed lowered. So I don't know what his last Mon is. If it's Goodra, I think he would already went into it. I don't think he brought Goodra. Get rid of the Rotim. Get this Rotim out of here. That makes me think that thing's Specs with how much damage that did all its Life Orb. I'm gonna say, like, you have to be really offensive. Does way too much damage. And he has Primarina, oh, that's perfect. Primarina has to be the best Mon for him to bring against me. Or at least in my favor, that makes the game easy. I'm just gonna Power Whip here. I'm gonna go Power Whip YOLO. And I'm just gonna Electro Web again. I think him being at -1 speed, I think guarantees the Toxricity just comes in and outspeeds the Raichu on this next turn. This goes Terra Water too. I don't KO the Raichu though, so I think the Serena probably drops here, unfortunately. That just makes the game a little bit better though, because we get to see the... Oh, I actually outspeed him. I actually outspeed him and I just want to KO him. I was gonna say that makes the game a little bit better because we can have the Toxricity just clean up the match, but it doesn't matter. I actually outspeed Raichu at -2. I didn't think I was gonna outspeed him. Surf, okay. That doesn't even KO me. I think that's game. I think if my opponent wanted a chance to win, he had to bring the Arcanine plus the Goodra, and he never brought Goodra for whatever reason. Goodra is actually really solid into my team. I don't know why he never brought it. I'll take that. Toxricity putting in some work. Serena putting in the late game cleanup, getting the 1-hit KO crit, which I don't think mattered. I don't think the crit mattered there at all on the Primarina, but still getting the 1-hit KO on the Primarina, really cool. Team's doing really good. Like a lot of the matches, it seems like now that the ranked ladder is actually in full swing, now that there's ranked in game, it seems like a lot more of your funner teams are on the casual ladder. Because before ranked, it was Regulation G still, like towards the end of the Regulation G season. You got a lot of Regulation F teams on like your casual ladder towards the end, but they were all sweaty teams. Or like people using copy-paste rental teams, testing them for ranked. Now that ranked actually officially is going now, a lot more of your funner teams are on the casual ladder, which I really like to see. So it's not as sweaty as usual, so that's kind of cool. I like seeing a lot more of the unique teams, and I like the matches being a little bit more fun over sweaty. Because if I'm playing casuals, if I want to sweat with ranked, I'll go use one of my own teams in ranked, like I've been doing, and I'll go sweat on the ranked ladder, where it's meant to be competitive. So I want entertaining matches, and I'm sure you guys do too as well, and want to see some cool stuff. I'll throw one more game into this video. You know, I spoke a little bit too soon. I said that nobody's using as many copy-paste rentals. Well, I think I jinxed myself because we're going against a rental team now, so that's cool. Blood Moon, Ursaluna, Arclodon, Hydreigon, Golden Gold, Murkrow, Dragonite. Full-on sweaty rental. I think the main thing here is, like, I mean, Toxricity ain't bad here. I think I just leave Toxricity Electrode. It ain't too bad here. I think the worst case scenario is if he has, like, Tailwind. But even, like, with Tailwind, like, the Electrode's just so fast where, like, it'll still outspeed a lot of his team. I think the main things I really need here is I need something for the Arclodon. Which I don't, this team really doesn't have, actually. This team does not have much for Arclodon. I guess the best thing is the Vasculegion. So I'm kind of forced to bring that here. And I think Gardevoir, maybe, for Arclodon, which really isn't that much of a check to Arclodon if it one-shots me with, like, Flash Cannon most of the time. So I really want Serena here, too, because I think he will maybe bring Dragonite with, like, E-Speed spam. I just can't fit it onto the squad, though. I need to have what I have here. Otherwise, Arclodon just wins the game versus me. And, like, I need Gardevoir, too, because it's pretty good into his team. The fairy, at least the fairy type moves. He hits like 3 things on his team, 2 for super effective, and then 1 for neutral damage. Depends what he really brings. So I think if I'm my opponent, I'd bring like Murkrow, Golden Goal, and then probably Arclodon in the back. And then maybe Blood Moon. At least that's probably what I'd bring. Or even like Hydreigon's pretty good into my team. Let's leave with this, okay. This ain't too bad though. Like I can actually go Terra Normal here. This is not bad. The one worst thing here is I just can't get a speed drop onto the Ursaluna. That's just the main issue here. But I'm going to go Terra Normal turn 1 and we're going to try to YOLO. I think if there was an opportunity to do it, it's right now. And then I'm just going to go for Electro Web here. Do I really want to go for Electro Web? Or I just want to go YOLO with... And I think he's going to set up Tailwind here if I'm being real. I think I just Helping Hand. I'm going to go full out YOLO turn 1. If it costs me the match, then so be it, but I want to try this and see if it works. I might be saying this too, and like I think Ursaluna's just so powerful, it might just one-shot me anyways. Even with like a neutral hit here. Okay, there's a Tailwind. So he probably outspeeds Toxricity under Tailwind, because I can't go for Electro Web. He goes after Electrode, he gets the crit, I don't know if that mattered. If he's a Life Orb, I don't know if it mattered. I don't know if that mattered. Electrode's pretty frail. Let's see how much this does. It one-shots Ursaluna, and he's Sash Murkrow of all things. If he wasn't Sash, he would have got one-shotted. That's crazy. That is crazy. It's one-shot the Ursaluna turn 1. I'll take that trade. That's a trade I'm willing to make. I'll go into, if he has Golden Goal, that can actually kind of really shut me down here. Golden Goal kind of just shits all over me here, unfortunately. So I'm going to go into Basket Legion here. If he goes into Golden Goal with Peckish, I'm assuming that's Dragonite. Oh, that's actually the Arclodon. That's bad. That's bad. I don't know. What do I even do here? Like, I don't know if Murkrow actually gets Rain. I have to Boom Burst again. I'm just gonna Boom Burst again. I'm gonna Boom Burst again, and then I'm actually gonna Flip Turn on to Murkrow here, and I'm gonna go right out into the Gardevoir. I think that's my play here. I don't have a Helping Hand boost on this turn though, so that could be a little bit bad. He actually's gonna probably go Terra Ghost. Is this Terra Ghost? Terra Electric, so you're Power Herb. He has to be Power Herb then. That's good though, because I can actually hit him for neutral damage now. So that actually gives me a bit of an advantage here. Does this actually one-shot me? He might just be going after the Toxricity here and just trying to one-shot me. He's also not a Solid Vest, so probably dead here. I'm probably dead. Yeah, I'm dead. That's unfortunate. I wish he would actually kill the Basket Legion there. I think if he would have killed the Basket Legion, I maybe would have just been able to straight up one-shot the Arclodon. Because he has no Assault Vest, and that's the main thing that usually makes it really bulky. He actually even outspeeds me. With a Tailwind, me being Scarfed, he actually outspeeds. That's crazy. I mean, I don't know how I win this now anyways, though, because he's at +1, he has a Tailwind boost, so... He just one-shots Gardevoir, and then he kind of just runs the match. And especially if he has Golden Goal in the back, like, it's going to be a 1v2, pretty much. That's if he just doesn't one-shot me. He actually has Dragonite, so that's even worse. He can't E-speed the Basket Legion, though, so he's probably just going to try to take me out with, like, a Dragon Pulse on this turn. I don't know, I can't Terra anymore, I wasted my Terra. I'm going to Last Respects and see how much damage it does. And then I'm going to Dazzling Gleam here. I don't think I lose this one, though. It's going to one-shot me. I don't know if there's any way I will. Oh, actually, I forgot I have Sash. So I can maybe still stick around as long as it doesn't double into me here. Never mind. This Basket Legion, like, I'm Choice Scarfed. How is everything on the opponent's team outspeeding me? Unless I have no speed on this. Like, the Dragonite, that makes sense, but, like, Arclodon outspeeding me, I don't know about that. Unless he's, like, a max speed Arclodon. Which I don't think he really is. I don't know, I have to look at the EV spread on this. Swapping, I didn't want to do that. I want to look at the EV spread. Show me the EV spread. I'm max speed, I don't know how he outsped me then. Unless I'm Adamant, maybe I'm Adamant. Instead of Jolly. Oh, I'm Jolly. I don't know how he outsped me then. He has to be running a max speed Arclodon to outspeed me with the Choice Scarf. That's crazy. Otherwise, I would have outsped him there, even with the Tailwind boost. So he has to be, like, max speed. Dragonite, I think, outspeeds me anyways there, even with Tailwind, if he's running at least some speed. So that makes sense, but... I don't know. I should have surrendered. I don't know why I don't even know why I even did this last turn. I should have surrendered. I wasted more time. Kind of crazy, though. I one-shot the Ursaluna. I mean, that's kind of highlight worthy there of that turn 1, but... I don't know, me not getting any Tailwind up there either, or like any type of speed control this match kind of sucked. I think if I would have brought Talonflame over Gardevoir, it would have been a little better this match, but at the same time, then I don't know. I wouldn't have had anything to really pair alongside the Toxricity late game. I'd just be killing my own Mon because I wouldn't have Telepathy or like be immune to Boom Burst, so I don't know. At least we got to one-shot the Ursaluna, that was crazy, so got a really solid highlight there at least. Well, let's talk a little bit more about this team. Alright, as for this team, I think if you want a really solid team around Toxricity, I think this is probably one of the best ones I've played so far, at least for Regulation H. I've seen a few other ones, like alongside like a There was a few that were around like Hisuian Zorg, and like the one or at least the most recent team I made, like originally had Toxricity, like alongside Zoroark and like Charge Bug and a few other things to kind of power it up, and it was a little bit different that way, and it was played a little bit more with like Protect and that type of thing. But I don't know, there's a few other teams I kind of see built around it, but I think overall it's probably more the unique team that kind of really works. You got a normal immunity in the Basque Legions if you go Terra Norm with Boom Burst. You don't have to worry about hitting yourself at all, which is really nice. You got the Telepathy and the Soundproof there to pair alongside it. So like, you got 3 other things on this team pretty much to pair alongside this thing that actually don't have to really worry about damaging most of the time, which is really nice. So that's also really cool. It's also pretty weak to priority, which you kind of fill out with the Serena. Pairs really nice with this team. So overall, you have a lot of options with this team. I think that's one main thing I kind of really like. You have a lot of really cool options. You have the Trick Room Imprison there to shut down all the Trick Room garbage. You got Taunt as well on this team, which is really good. Speed Control with Tailwind and Electro Web. Got the late game cleaning potential with like the Toxricity possibly, or even like the opening. Just like sending it out and trying to just kill whatever you can as fast as possible. And then kind of going from there, like with the Basque Legion coming in late game and kind of clean up the match. So cool team if you guys want to use it. Rental in the corner, paste down below. I think the only main gripe with this team that I actually had is I think there's a few moves. I'm not sure which exactly ones. I think it was either they weren't max power point. I forgot which specific moves it was. They weren't max power point, but that's easily fixable. So I think it was like some of the more like moves that didn't have as much power points weren't either max power pointed, I think, on some of these mods. But I think the only other thing too is Gunk Shot on the Toxricity is kind of random, but at least from every time I use Toxricity, like, you never clicked Gunk Shot anyways, so maybe it's just there for that. I don't know. I would throw something else on there, though. I don't know what else Toxricity really gets, apart from, like, the moves that it really has that it's going to want to be clicking, so I guess it doesn't really matter that much, but whatever. Apart from that, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, share the video. Really appreciate it. Got a bunch more stuff on the way you guys don't want to miss. I'm going to get out of here. Peace out, everybody. Thanks for watching.